Welcome back, everybody. This is Dawson over at Pettit's Auto and Performance, and we're gonna get back on Sonic the F-150's build series. Now, before we start, if you guys haven't already checked out our build number 1, number 2, and then the install video for what we're about to show you, feel free to click on. We're gonna try to attempt putting some links up. But if you don't see any, they'll be down in the description. But here we go. The F-150 finally is making some power. Before we get into all the cool sounds and noises, and believe me, I want to give you guys a little walk around of exactly how everything's sitting since that install video. Here she is, and let me tell you what, I've got a few miles on it now, and it's been an absolute dream to be able to drive this thing around. Even set up with how it is, still a pretty moderate setup. Been really impressed. These are just awesome platforms, as you guys probably already know, but when you actually get to sit and drive in one of these things, whole different experience. So just to give you guys kind of a quick rundown on like my specific setup compared to some other people or some other builds that happen. The long block transmission, the whole driveline on this whole truck is bone stock. Nothing at all has been modified in the whole driveline or powertrain. We added the Daylight Performance full upgraded twin turbo kit, rocking the TurboSmart 6466 ball bearing turbochargers. Also rocking the TurboSmart Hypergate 45s for the gates, and then also rocking the TurboSmart blow-off valve, race port blow-off valve underneath. Really just a great setup. And as far as fueling, if you're curious about that, we are running the GT500 style 55-pound Ford Performance fuel injectors, and then also running EcoBoost map sensor, a 3-bar map sensor in the intake manifold. But aside from those modifications, everything else is bone stock. The fuel we're running is just pump 91 fuel with a little dabble of octane booster to be on the safe side of things. So, I mean, really is a moderate setup. Great daily driver, great drivability. That's the kind of the focus and goal of this truck itself anyways, is to keep it drivable, hop in it like a factory truck. And I think we did a pretty good job at achieving that. You know, with the hood closed on this truck, aside from all the cool noises, you wouldn't realize this thing is a twin turboed monster. But when you're peeking in through the grill, if you know, you know. That's all it takes right there. And obviously, I have gotten numerous comments and hurt feelings about the license plate. So I'm pretty excited about that one too. I thought I was pretty clever, but great setup. Otherwise, suspension, haven't touched it from our other videos. Tire and wheel setup, exactly the same. Haven't changed anything there. Aside from this twin turbo kit, everything else is absolutely the same as our other build videos, and it just works. Just a phenomenal setup. So, I suppose I'm done boring you with all of the technical stuff. What do you say we make some noise? Alrighty guys, now I know before, especially on part 2, that this thing sounded like a full-blown bald eagle. But I'm telling you now, clear as day, this thing sounds like a flock of eagles. I don't want to keep you waiting. Now the best part is, after she's done complaining about how cold she is, she simmers down pretty good. You'd never know. It gets nice and quiet, just like your everyday driver, but when you want to make them bald eagles scream, they will. Got that good coyote snap to it, let me tell you. Ain't no better sound than twin turbos. Alrighty guys, so as you can tell, it sounds pretty sweet. Now let me tell you, I did build my own exhaust system for it. Obviously those kits just come with downpipes, and you kind of got to figure it out as you saw from the install video. So what I ended up doing at first was I welded together, and it's full 3-inch all the way back, but I welded together kind of a Y pipe with a dual straight back. My assumption was that the turbos, you know, they do kind of act like mufflers, especially on a lot of vehicles. So normally, basically downpipe back sounds pretty good. Let me tell you, I was wrong. Way too loud. And I know, I love loud things, but it was obnoxious. It was your neighbor 3 miles away is calling you in type of loud. So we had to do something about that. I put a different muffler on it. It was a Flowmaster 3-inch dual in, dual out, and it really did knock down that cruising noise. And actually, inside the cab, it's pretty phenomenal. The only bummer about that I was really disappointed was, if you watch the end of my install there where we did the startup, these Chargers have an awesome spool up, spool down type of noise to them, just from the type of turbine wheel that those turbos have through the exhaust. Well, when I put the muffler in there to keep everybody happy, it killed that whistle. So I have some other things in mind. This is a great setup for now and a great daily driver setup, but I got a few things in mind in the future to turn them decibels back up a little so we can hear our spoolies under the hood. But aside from the exhaust, the tuning setup, like I said, I'm running 91, just pump 91 fuel here. That's our highest grade we get up north here. And I do have a little bit of unleaded octane booster in there as well, just to kind of keep it on the safe side, running that 10 to 11 PSI of boost. Now, being a pretty new platform like this, the 24-25 trucks, they take a little bit more, I should say, fine tuning. My tune writer, we've been working back and forth and got this thing pretty dialed, but it by no means is on its final revision. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna rip her, let you guys kind of experience and feel all the fun noises and stuff, but I am expecting, you know, to get a little bit more out of it here with some more defined tuning towards the end of the day. So, but nonetheless, let's hop up in her, take it out so you guys can hear some cruising, and we'll do a couple fun things with it. Alrighty guys, well, we're gonna head out, give you a kind of a tour of all the fun noises and whatnot, and see what she can do. Now, I do want to explain kind of this nice part about having, you know, a turbo setup compared to like the Whippled trucks, which are great trucks for sure. Don't get me wrong, the Supercharger is a fantastic route to go by all means, but the adjustability just isn't there for your, you know, maybe weekday cruiser, weekend drag racer type of guy that wants to have the adjustability between power settings without having to do a bunch of work. And I absolutely love it. You know, with the boost controller set up here, it's these new eBoost 3s are absolutely fantastic, but literally click of a button and now we're at a different boost setting. Simple as that. It's wicked easy. It's almost too easy to be able to play like that between power levels. So that's what's phenomenal versus a Whipple truck having to swap pulleys, belt sizes, getting your belt adjusted properly, because to do it properly it takes a couple different adjustments. So that's probably the huge plus of this setup compared to, you know, a Whipple setup. But we'll get going. We're just on our way to Mexico. It's going to be a little bit here, but once we arrive, we'll do some pulls and let you guys hear all the sounds. Alrighty, made her to Mexico. we're gonna give you guys some cool sound clips here. We're just gonna do a couple normal in-cab accelerations so you can, you know, hear the turbos whistling, and then we'll do a couple of fun ones. But here's just like a normal takeoff. Alrighty guys, we're taking Louie on his first ever fast truck launch. So, a couple things: 4-wheel drive, turn that advanced traction control off, and then we're gonna put her in manual for a second gear launch. I'll just make sure you keep your head tight to the seat, otherwise it will throw it back. You ready?
I'm ready. Dude. I don't know if I want to see what my face looks like.
You don't think a truck should move out like that,
No.
do you?
Oh, yeah, dude, everything just went up.
Doesn't it feel weird?
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling. Alrighty guys, now that you've seen and heard Sonic ripping, I know what you're all waiting for. Times. What does it run? So, we went out and did a draggy video, just like the last Build 1 and Build 2 videos. We're gonna play it off of our second build video, which was our wheels, tires, suspension, intake, and exhaust, and give you guys a comparison of what difference did it make by just swapping on the turbo kit. Let her roll. Alrighty, now we gotta say it's pretty impressive. You know, for being a full-blown street truck with absolute zero preparation for drag racing at all with this setup, I am absolutely blown out of the water by what it ran. I actually could not believe it. I was not expecting that out of it. I was shooting for a, you know, mid-high 11-second run. By no means did I think that this street truck, without any preparation, turning the key and heading to Mexico, was gonna run a 10-second pass. Now I know it's a 1095 quarter. We all get it. It's not deep into the 10s, but she's still a 10-second truck. And the thing that makes it the most impressive is this truck is on 22-inch wheels, 305 tires. They are heavy. I mean, this is a heavy wheel and tire. This is no drag pack. I didn't touch the tire pressures. I didn't do a burnout. It was a cold Mexico morning. That road was cold as could be. And so you could hear, it even was smoking all four off the line until it got planted and that weight pulled back before she actually stuck and went. So just that being said, and remember, we're on 91 pump fuel here, all right? We're on Wisconsin 91 pump fuel. This fuel is no good. It's got no ethanol in it, nothing, with just a little dabble of you know, octane booster and 10 to 11 psi of boost. It just straight rips for what it is. I mean, there's no hiding that fact. So extremely pumped. Couldn't be more impressed with how it's sitting. It's been fantastic. So appreciate you guys checking in. Sonic, she's getting cold too. You know, I gotta put her winter jacket on soon here, so it's gonna end up going off into storage here. This is a truck that, yeah, it is a cruiser, and it is 4-wheel drive, but this thing ain't seeing snow. It's too nice of a truck underneath, and you know, obviously, you know, vehicles around here, they don't hold up. So wintertime, she's going away, but I got some ideas coming for springtime, summertime, and we'll just see where we're sitting after, you know, this winter, and we'll keep you posted with any updates. But, you know, thanks for tuning in through the build series, and stay tuned for the next round.